Morning, Steve Free in Chicago with the morning grain comments. Overnight prices were a little bit lower. Two things that we have to deal with today. Number one is weather. The maps hint that early next week Argentina might see some rains in the northern areas, and then later in the time frame, maybe a better chance for rains over most of Argentina. I think a lot of people feel that the crops, especially the corn crop, is too far along for rain to help right now. But the later planted beans might help out. We also note that they're trying to bring in the late period, maybe 2 weeks from now, a rain for Kansas, Oklahoma, and Texas. So we'll see how the markets want to handle that as we go into the weekend. We also have a USDA report today, and half the crowd thinks they may not make a lot of changes because of their conservative nature. The other half of the crowd thinks that they could raise corn demand, lower the carryout. They could also raise the soybean crush and lower the carryout. At the same time, our soybean export pace is running behind the level to reach the USDA's number. So they could actually lower exports to offset the higher crush. We did have a private estimate come out of Brazil, the bean crop at 113 million tons. The average guess for today's report is actually 113.8, so in line. So the USDA is at 112, so we'll see if they raise the bean crop to that level. We have some other private estimates that's even higher than the 113 level. In corn, they said 87.3, the USDA is at 95, and in February, average trade guess is 92. There's a lot of numbers around that 86 to 88 area. So we'll see if the USDA wants to lower the Brazil corn crop because of less plantings. Average guess for Argentina corn is around 36 million tons versus 39 in February. USDA had 54 for the bean crop in February. The average guess is 48. There's a lot of numbers around 42 for the Argentina soybean crop. So a lot of uncertainty as whether how aggressive, especially in Argentina, the USDA is going to get today. So 11 o'clock we'll be a lot smarter than we are now. We'll see how the market reacts to that. Funds are long beans, they're long meal, they're long corn, and they have whittled down their short wheat position. There has been a very active trade in the wheat corn spread. So obviously if it doesn't rain in Kansas, wheat will probably gain on corn. There's also been a good rally in the July and November soybean spread. So if we actually start seeing better demand, especially on the crush side, that spread could gain. If not, we could start losing ground that we recently have added. So there's some, three good spreads there that people should be looking at, whether we move higher or lower. As always, these are my thoughts and not those of ADM or ADM Investor Services, and have a safe and profitable trading day.